Now, look at all the ink. Look at all the ink that comes in this bottle. I got 3 of these, and then 1 for each of the colors you need. They're the same price or cheaper than the cartridges. They hold a whole heck of a lot more. These alone are worth the price of the printer. Right. To pop it, you just reach under, you compress that, and the whole thing should pop up. We're going to put our color and our black right here. So our black.
Also, they're actually labeled for each one.
Yep, you breach it, take it out, remove the tab just like you would any other. Won't give it back. There we go. You got to tilt it in a little bit, kind of like that whenever it goes down. And also I need to pull that off. So we tilt in. Let's get it going in at the perfect angle. It'll just sit right there. Then we do the same with the color. Pull, pull, and there we go. Go in there, go in there, and then you go, boop. I believe, there we go. Now, I get off my knees and experience the pain of becoming an old person, which I have not been okay with. All right. These are indicators of whether or not the cartridge is in there correctly, because if the cartridge is in there and those don't go down, it means something's wrong. All right, so we pop her open. We grab our Canon 20 PG BK black ink. It's a 170 milliliters. All right, so you get out of this packaging. You very gently but firmly twist the top off. You're going to be lining that hole up with that little, like, nozzle bit. And you go. Oh, nice, and there you go. Then just chugs away on it.
I would definitely hold that.
You probably should. I'm not going to.
So is there anything that prevents it from running out when you flip it?
No, it's like a...
it's an open reservoir.
You know how a water cooler do? And whenever you go to fill one of those up, it's like that.
So it's got basically a cap that once you puncture it, it starts draining.
Oh, it doesn't have a cap. The cap's right here.
No, I mean...
No. It doesn't have a punctured cap. Because you can partially fill up the reservoir and still have stuff in here. And it's going to still... Hold on. Yeah, that's all of it. Yeah, no, it, from what I can tell, it doesn't puncture. As soon as you take the cap off, it's straight open. You can see there's a lid that the cap actually plugs up the small hole. That should be it. Got to very slowly and gently take it off to make sure. And as you can see, it's almost, it might actually make a seal, but there's a rubber piece in there that this cap plugs up. I don't know if that'll actually force them out or not. Let's find out. And because I'm a madman today, I'm going to use the instructions. Yeah.
Only if you squeeze.
No, I didn't really squeeze. I barely shook my arm.
Oh. So we'll drip. Okay.
So, those are the instructions. May they forever rest in peace. And the color reservoirs are color-coded everywhere. Top, here, everywhere. So it's really hard to mess up. And please make fun of me if I do. And again, you grasp it firmly and twist. Also be careful, if this stuff gets on you or your clothes, it ain't coming off. Just line up, and there you go. So maybe it does puncture it, and that sharp hole that's in there is still plug up the hole that's made, but no, there's some juice in there already. So no, It doesn't puncture it. It just moves the rubber out of the way. It does have 2 holes so the air can get in and out easier. I don't know if you can tell on this camera, but right there, there's a hole. It's split right down the middle, so stuff can go in and come out easily.
Put that one in there while the other one's going.
Will it fit?
Yes.
Let's see if we can dual.
You can't put them right next to each other, but since they're on opposite sides there.
Where's that third arm coming from? Yeah, it's basically empty. There's just a little bit more in there.
I mean, you could possibly save it.
Oh no, I'm just
turn
gonna
it up.
go do that.
Make any money's worth one way or another.
Yeah, my money's worth already just in ink. By the way, we're going to dissect those cartridges from the old printer so I can prove definitively whether or not there was ink in it.
And you still have 2 more full things of black ink, so...
Yeah, I've got 340 milliliters of black ink left. I'm just going to close those and see if it'll let me fill this one up with those closed to avoid accidental cross-contamination. Yeah, it'll let me. You should be hearing a small gurgling from it. If you're not, it means you haven't pushed it on there hard enough. Like, it shouldn't really take a lot of force, but the blue one, whenever I just set it on there, wasn't going. Actually, I had to put my hand on it. And just the weight of my hand alone was enough to get it started, though. And also, going this way is actually better for the environment because you're going to have fewer cartridges end up in the landfill. Because the only cartridges are those 2. And these bottles, I don't know if they're recyclable, but they do contain less plastic and electronics than the cartridges.
Okay, and you don't have to waste money going to drop them off like you would the cartridges. Because you're supposed to dispose of them somehow to be recycled.
Nowhere I go in my daily life actually has a recycling place for those. So it was.
So most of the time they end up just in the trash. But that's what everybody does, and that's the sad part.
Yeah, that or I had to make a special trip and it just ruined my day. But that's basically setup. English, yes. The feed slot cover. Apparently, if you're not using that, they really want it to be closed. Should be self-priming now. And it's whining at me that I opened it up. Oh, is it not going to do it because the cover's open?
Or maybe because you haven't printed anything out yet, or something.
Start alignment, yes. Look, 2 more sheets of A4 paper. Alright, while this is going on, I'm going to finish installing the driver.
I don't think it's going to prime until it's ready to print something.
It's supposed to be printing a alignment sheet.
Oh, I hear it pulling up paper, I think.
There we go, it's priming. Look at that. It's so pretty. Can I show it?
You can if you want.
It's off that the top's open again. I want to show everybody the pretty colors. And we're primed. Good job, little guy.
Josh just loves messing with that shot.
There's a lot of things I love in life. Messing with Jonathan's shot is not even on the top 10, but it makes the number 11 slot easily. It's connecting. The software is claiming it's connecting.
Setup error.
That's a problem. Select Wi-Fi method. I was going to give me options of just doing it for myself. Adjusting for first use, about 4 minutes.
We're already at 10 minutes of recording. I'm going to run out of memory.
There we go.
Oh, it finally connects. Load paper.
There's plenty of paper in the cassette. It's right there.
That's all it wanted. It just wanted you to mess with its paper.
Okay.
Hey, we're printing something. It says no. It's mine still.
I believe this is the one that prints on both sides.
Oh, me too. Or I needed time to dry first. Mine does that every now and again. Or it'll pull it back and say, hang on. It said 4 minutes, Josh. Leave it alone.
I said 4 minutes.
See, it's just keeping it now. It doesn't want to give it to you because you kept trying to take it away. You're just playing games with us now?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? Jesus, this is going to be its own video. Part 2. The printer's escape. It's on a rampage and it does what it wants.
Start shooting out. Trying things in there.
It gave it to you. It gave it to you.
I'm not taking that bait.
No, it's completely separated. You can take it now. It's working on the second page, I think. Better make sure it's right before it gets too far and wasting. Well, it's got a lot of actual ink to waste, I suppose. So never mind. And it just slowly drags it back in. This is a Halloween episode. There you go. Think it'll air about that time? The paper tried to escape, but it kept getting dragged back in.
No, if we're going to do that, we're going to have that printer through against the wall come back for my blood. It's like, I'm going to use your blood to print my pictures in hell.
Stab thing, so I mean, we're on the right hook.
I thought
on
I
that
stabbed
one.
it in the heart, but apparently not.
When's Halloween? Is that 2 weeks from now? 1 week from now? What month is it? I think it's October, isn't it?
I don't know, man.
Hey, I think we're ready for something. Start Wi-Fi setup. Follow the instructions on the PC. Or smartphone. Oh yeah, that's right. You can print from your smartphone now.
Alright, let's see. Printer's done printing.
You want to try something in color?
And I'm going to try to make more text. Okay, color and more text.
What's really going to be interesting is to see how fast you consume ink as well.
I say it works. And it can't lie to me anymore. Or just be disappointing. Well, if it turns out it is disappointing, it knows what will happen to it. It was sitting there while I disposed of its predecessor was dismantled before its eyes in a very violent and bloody way. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.
You sound more and more like a serial killer every time you say that, Josh.
This job does that to you. Not this hobby. This hobby keeps me grounded. My job. If I stick with it too long, it might just happen.
And it won't. It certainly won't. This is still recording. It certainly won't. Bye, everybody!